Welcome into the Minnesota Vikings franchise, where we today are playing the last and final regular season game of this series, as we are getting close to the end where it will just be Madden 23 content on the channel. Joe Burrow and the Bengals is our last matchup. He's not having an awful year, not fantastic year, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, just shy of 4,000 passing yards, which he could surpass today. And the Bengals, not too bad of a team either. They are 10-6, I believe, currently, with the 5th seed in the AFC playoff standings. Again, currently. They will be finalized after this week. And for us, we're still sitting top of the NFC, looking to continue that. I will be keeping an eye at the bottom to see if we get any update on the Packers, as they are with the 7th seed and could potentially fall out with a loss. But Mixon gets a solid gain there on second down for the first down up to the 43. Or I guess now down to the 40, up to the 43. I don't know. And we obviously not home, continuing the away games to end this season. But we will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, so that is nice. Joe Burrow hooks up with Tanyan on that play, gain of 4. Let's see, do I recognize? Yes, still have Jamar Chase. Still have, 85. Why can I not remember his name? And I can't read 85. I know 85, but they still have him. Still have Mixon, obviously Burrow. So still have kind of their main core of attacking threats on offense. Sherman comes in to spell out Mixon for the first down here. And Joe Burrow is a superstar, and he has some decent little perks to him too, so that's something we need to keep in mind as they go for a handoff down the middle. Mixon for a gain of about 6 yards. And so far today, looks like Bengals definitely moving pretty steadily here. Just give me Kendricks. Thank you. As they go for another run down the middle. There's a stop from Henley just before the first down, 3rd and 2. And they will come out in a heavy set fullback in the backfield. Strong eye, or not really strong, just I form really. Going to motion over 85 here. They run to that right-hand side, and we whiff on the tackle in the backfield, giving up the first down at the 31. Really unfortunate. I'm just hoping at some point 85 will get the catch and I will remember what his name is. Go for another run down the middle. Mixon, solid gains here. The middle of our D-line seems to be struggling a little bit to start the day. Might need to just pinch them in a little bit. Of course, Graves, primarily an interior pass rush kind of guy, but still has solid run-stopping ability. As I go for a pass to the outside, this is Tanyan. Will get smacked by Byron Jones. Tossed down, but still a first down gained. They'll come out in a tight formation here. We're going to pinch down our DBs as well. We're going to send Reed Jr. on a bit of a blitz, but they're going to run to the opposite side. Henley coming down to get the tackle after a gain of about 5, and Jamar Chase a bit shaken up on this play. It just shows him fixing his socks, so maybe nothing too serious. But it actually looks like it is serious. He's holding that forearm as he heads on into the tunnel. Could be a big loss for the Bengals, especially since typically you only get those animations when it's a pretty serious injury that would equate to a couple weeks of missing. So they are going to be in the wild card and might be missing their #1 receiver. 85 does get the catch here. Yeah, T. Higgins. That's right. I knew as soon as I saw the name I would know, but just didn't pop up earlier. But Higgins now gives them a 1st and goal here from the 6 as they come out empty set. As they had a couple open guys there for a second, but they delay and then throw out of the back of the end, or out of the side of the end zone. And now coming back with a single back, Sherman huffing and puffing back there. Don't know why they don't have Mixon in then. They will pass the ball again. They actually go with a screen pass and a broken tackle. Denzel Ward shaken off. First career touchdown reception for Sherman. I'm assuming he's a rookie running back then. Bengals get on the board first, basically taking the entire first quarter. Our offense hasn't even seen the field yet, and only a minute remains. And for the first time today, our offense takes the field. Last week, carried on the back of Dalvin Cook, who had 18 carries, 114 yards, 4 touchdowns. First play of the game for him, a 12-yard rush. And I believe in total last week we had 22 passing yards. Could have had more, but there were some inaccuracies. that Robinson had. So we end up missing some of those. We're going to have Dyson open here. One-hand snag down the sideline. 2 plays, touchdown. Great job there from Dyson. Robinson almost missed the throw, but Dyson gets the catch. 63 yards later, finds himself doing a little bit of curling in the end zone. And after just 1 throw, Robinson has tripled his passing yards from last week, with now around 60, as the Bengals will take back over. Not for long. Denzel Ward with another INT on the season. That's got to be close to, what, like 7 or 8 for him this season? I don't know if we're actually going to get a stat sheet or a little stat thing to pop up for it, but Denzel Ward has had a tremendous season, and he's one of the main reasons that we've done so well on defense. And now only 33 yards needed. I'm just going to extend Dyson's route just a little bit, although it doesn't actually update it at all. I was trying to get it to go a couple more yards down the field. It surely doesn't. We're just going to roll out here, take a few yards out of bounds. 24 just falls down instead of hitting Robinson. On 2nd and 6, same formation, bunch to the left this time. Going to run the pitch. See if we could get to the outside. Great blocking. Try to see what we could get around Jesse Bates. Yes, we do, and this might be no. So close. Thought it was about to be another 2-play touchdown drive, 39-yard rush, or 39-yard rush, or 2 rushes for 39 yards. Either way, end of the first quarter, 7-7, but we're on the doorstep. And maybe about a yard, half a yard away. How do we look up front? 3 of 5, not bad. See what we could get right down the middle, follow Thurston, and that will be another touchdown for Dalvin Cook, giving him, I believe, 14 or 15 on the season. And the momentum of this game quickly switched. The Bengals took about 7 minutes off the clock in the first quarter to put 7 points on the board, and then within about 2 minutes, our Vikings scored 14 points. So, big switch, and again, we're seeing Sherman out there. I'm wondering if Joe Mixon maybe got hurt, or if he's having some stamina issues. We'll see if he's able to get back on the field, but it also looks like their second running back here, Sherman, also having some stamina issues. So I'm going to drop back out of coverage. They're still going to find number 7 for a gain of about 10 yards and the first down. Bengals at least doing a good job of attacking in various different forms. They come out here 3 tight ends all to that right-hand side, go for a run down the middle, and they'll get a gain of a couple. We're going to get a stop there from Michael Pierce after a gain of 2. On 3rd and 8, they come out empty set, so we'll check out of the double A-gap blitz and go to a cover 2, maybe cover 3. I honestly not quite sure what I checked to. Nice broken tackle there from 18. Henley was coming down for the hit, but they do get out of it and get close to the first down. Refs do mark it as 3rd and inches, as we're going to send 3 guys right down the middle. Henley thought he had open space. They get a pass to the outside, 83 with the catch, and an injury for the offensive lineman here for the Bengals. Wynn comes up a little shaken up, and he's also going to head on into the locker room as well. Can't remember who was injured earlier for them that went to the locker room. That's right, it was Jamar Chase, who we still don't know what the injury length will be, but it is a torn labrum. And for Wynn, all we know, it's something to do with his chest. And unfortunately for Jamar Chase, his season looks like it's probably over with a torn labrum. I imagine that's going to be about a 2-3 week injury, not counting this game here. So, unless the Bengals make it to the Super Bowl, I think Jamar Chase's season's probably over. So for the remainder of this game, and for the Bengals season, again, most likely, T. Higgins will be their number 1, with Joe Burrow getting smacked. Luckily throws out of that one. And then they'll have number 7, Samuels, and then those other 2 guys that I do not know the names of. I'm going to make a slight adjustment here. They're going to try to set up the screen pass. Brooks flying all the way over, but a great job there. Reed Jr. just sitting on the outside, waiting for it, and makes the stop there on Mitchell. So I would definitely say Bengals having an issue at running back with stamina, as they've had their 3rd string running back have to come in Mixon not being able to stay out there that often. Their backup, who got the touchdown, also struggling a bit with stamina, but who's not? Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook doing just fine as we take a look at the fatigue. He's 100% ready to go. I'm going to send Thurston in motion here. Go for a run to that right-hand side. Actually, try to cut back to the inside. We're going to make a couple guys miss, do a little bit of a limbo, and we're down to the 34 with about 3 minutes remaining before halftime. And one could argue that we should have the backups in this game. We're pretty much locked down first seed, but I would like to get a solid lead before doing that. And a great play there, 92. That is Hill. Just hurdle a block and then got a tackle for loss of 4. Tremendous job there from number 92. That was one of the Wild brothers who was supposed to get the block. Number 60 there. I can't remember which one that is. He definitely did not get the block. If we could throw this deep enough, Dyson, barely gets the catch, and then he actually fumbles the ball. Stamina just completely drained. Jesse Bates recovers the fumble. I really hope he was down because that was actually a tremendous play from both Dyson and Robinson. Ball thrown just far enough where the corner couldn't get it. When that second tackle came in, no, that third tackle definitely forced the ball out. That is a fumble. You could call that a sweet and sour play. Really right there. It's a really good pass, really good catch, and then a really unfortunate fumble. And there's another tackle for loss there as we hit the 2-minute warning. 14-7 Bengals with possession. And that is their third string running back who's out there, and even he is huffing and puffing. Seems like they're working their running backs a little too hard in practice or something. To go with a pass to the outside, that's 83. Kendricks whiffs on the tackle. He makes a couple other guys miss, making them basically tackle themselves. And that was, turn around a little bit, Cummings with the big gain there. Number 83 is basically their third receiver now. And that takes them over to the plus side territory here. At the 43, we're going to bring the double A-gap blitz. They go with a quick pass. T. Higgins almost breaks the tackle. Byron Jones able to lock that one up, though. But they find themselves with another first down, now down to the 25, with a possibility to tie this game up right before half. They come out empty set here. We're going to make a slight play call adjustment. Try to bring a little bit of pressure, but we do not get there quick enough. Quick pass game right now for the Bengals, which is definitely helping them. Higgins again with a first down, this time to the 11. And we're actually going to end up calling a timeout here. Some of our guys really struggling with their stamina or their fatigue hitting hard right now. So we're going to take a quick timeout, gather ourselves. And on 1st and 10 from the 11, they have a little space to get a first down before getting into the end zone. And they will check down here. 31 gets smacked by our 31, Alex Brooks, but they hold on to it. 2nd and 6. And timeout there for the Bengals. They didn't like the formation we all came out in, so call a timeout, make a new play. This time they come out with a bunch to the left here, one lone receiver to the right-hand side. As it will be a pass. We're trying to cover. They got Rush coming in. There's Hatchett, who barely gets the ankles there of Burrow, but that does count. Sack, final timeout taken for the Bengals. And that brings up a 3rd and 17 here. Going to try to spread out the defense a little bit here. We know that they're going to be passing the ball. Need to lock everyone up, and they have a wide open guy in the corner. What happened? I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be Byron Jones out there, but he was nowhere in sight. Blown coverage. This game's going to be tied 46 seconds right before halftime. Really unfortunate play there. So we see the replay here. There's just no one within about 20, 30 yards of him. And even then it was almost overthrown. Nice job from Samuels to secure the catch. And with 46 seconds, we have all 3 timeouts. Jesse Bates, the deep safety here. See what we can get. We have one-on-one. Jefferson in the corner, or in the sideline. That is caught. I don't know if they're going to count that as inbounds. There's also pass interference. And we're definitely going to take that because they did not count that as a touch or a catch. Was most definitely not a touchdown. But huge gain for us there. It wasn't exactly how we wrote it up, but same outcome, and there's a sack. Got right around Bowles. We'll call a timeout. And I was actually wrong earlier. We don't have all of our timeouts. We only had 2. Forgot we called one when out on defense. And we're just going to need to throw this one away. Maybe could have found Dyson, but Robinson has been iffy under pressure. 3rd and 18. Would like to at least get into field goal range, so I'll make an adjustment here. Send Leach on a slant. And he might be who we go for here. Yes, he is wide open. Going to get the catch out of bounds at the 14. 24 seconds remain. Solid play. Good patience there from Robinson and good blocking up front to give us the time. And I'll just make one slight adjustment. Going to look for Flanagan here, but again, going to depend on what the outside corner does. We'll send Leach on a little bit more of a shallower play here just so we could get a read earlier. We have Flanagan. Can we get the corner? No, we cannot. Again, we'll try a play here. Not sure. We haven't got it to work yet. Going to look to see if we can maybe... No, I don't like what we have. That's going to end up being a sack. We will end up needing to take the field goal right before halftime following that sack. Just want to make sure we get some points on the board, carry a lead into halftime. And this will be a 39-yarder for Butker. He's been great for us this year. And that looked pretty accurate to me. Kick is up. And that'll go right through the uprights. We'll take the lead on into halftime, 17-14. And this time I won't press any buttons, so this time we'll actually have a halftime show here. As the team heads on into the locker room, we'll take a quick look at these stats. And we're leading barely. 3 yards in favor of us in passing, 2 yards on offense. Very well balanced attack here from both teams, and you're really seeing that unfold. Here's a big game, though. Green Bay, Atlanta. Green Bay currently up 16 seconds before halftime, 28-17. Falcons, we need you here. If they get the victory, though, they might find themselves into the playoff mix. Take a look up north here. Pittsburgh and technically New York, but they play in New Jersey. 21-7. Jets find themselves up. They're 9-7. Jets 8-8. The Chicago Bears playing against the Buccaneers. 14-21. Bucks up. Both teams at 500. Both teams trying to end the season above 500. And would you look at that? We're getting the second half kickoff, which is really good. We're able to put the field goal on the board before halftime. Now we can grow our lead again. And Nwangwu doing great. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. Oh, that came so close. We'll start at the 40. Great return there for Nwangwu. For our first play here, we'll come out bunch to the left, lone receiver to the right. Dalvin's going to get the pitch to the outside. Do we need to cut back? No, kind of cut off there from number 6. We'll fight forward, but basically try to just get back to the original line of scrimmage. And on 2nd and 10, make a slight adjustment. Go over the slant routes here, pistol formation. Going to need to let this play develop a little bit. We're going to have Dyson. Jefferson ran a little bit too far. Could have used the block from him. We end up not getting the block, but we do get the first down into plus territory at the 37. And they do have 2 high safeties. We'll look probably for Dyson underneath. Would be nice to hit Jefferson over the top. We haven't seen him much of late, but there's quick pressure coming in. Can we get the block? We do, and that'll be close to a first down. Going to depend on the spot and not in our favor. 2nd and inches. Definitely should have been marked as a first down, but it's fine. We will take it. Go the handoff down the middle. Dalvin Cook runs through one guy and just keeps pushing, even though he's got a fair few guys on him. And I have given guys contracts, even though this is the final season, just to make it a little realistic. Maybe if I want to come back later and play this a little off-screen, or if you guys request that we come back for another season at a future point, who knows? Up for options. We're now down to the 22. I'm actually going to flip this play here, mainly because if we do go Dyson, I do not want Jesse Bates over the top. So we'll flip play here. They actually guard most of the guys over the top. Leach somehow gets that catch. Really poor job there from number 5. Could have been an interception. Should have been an interception. But he just took a bad angle. Leach with the first down. 1st and goal at the 7. And we'll bring Willie Johnson in here at slot. Give Dyson a bit of a breather as we send Willie Johnson in motion here. Going to get the handoff to the outside. He has the speed, has the blocking. Great job, Justin Jefferson. Secured the edge. And that's going to be another touchdown on the board as we take a 2-score lead. 24-14 with a made PAT as everyone's dancing and celebrating. And if we can carry a 2-score lead into the 4th quarter, we'll very well consider bringing out the second team to help just make sure our first guys are healthy going into the playoffs here. Free rush coming in, but they're going to find an open 18 who just got lit up. Byron Jones destroyed the man. Keenan recovers the fumble, and we're going to take right back over basically at midfield. We had a sweet and sour play earlier. They have a sweet and sour play here. Gets a huge chunk, and then Byron Jones just lit Patrick up. Ball comes not really flying out, but definitely came out, and Dalvin Cook and the offense will head right back out. Chew clock mode engaged as we come out here. 2 tight ends to the left, Thurston and Cook in the backfield. We'll go right down the middle. Be about a gain of a 4-ish as soon as the ref blows the whistle. There we go. And I've called this play a couple times this season. Nothing too spectacular, but we'll try the counter again here. See if we're able to find something, and we're going to find a broken tackle. Dalvin Cook, 3rd, 4th effort gets us the first down. Great running back here for us. We have a great running back team, but definitely spearheaded by Dalvin Cook. And we don't typically roll out to the left-hand side here too often, but we'll try it here. We have plenty of time in this game and not seeing much. Robinson just going to try to take what he could get. We'll end up being tackled inbounds, keep the clock rolling. They're definitely stacking the box now. They know what our game plan is. It's basically just going to come to a battle of who's stronger as we get close to another first down here. We'll bring up a 3rd and inches. Well, it should be 3rd and inches. They actually say 3rd and 1. Corey Cook in our power back goes right down the middle. Get us the first down and a couple extra yards. Gain of 4. And with just under a minute left in the 3rd quarter here, going to take a bit of a pop shot. Can I motion? Nope, just go ahead and snap the ball. Don't have enough time for any of that. We're going to have an open Flanagan who gets the catch, turns up the field, rolls over the player, and into the end zone. Backups coming in into the 4th quarter. Great job there from Flanagan. Beat his man and actually had a fair good couple steps on him. It looks like he's even in the corner too. Flanagan has some speed, not super fast, but he's able to run away from Bell there, roll on top of him, and then into the end zone. And the Bengals come out. Their number ones, our number ones, still out there for basically their standing ovation. 45 seconds is all they have left to play. They're going to get a pass to the outside. Higgins out of bounds at the 31. Mark that as a gain of 6 as they come out in a tight ace formation here. They're going to send one of their receivers in motion in there. That's T. Higgins will take the handoff and almost immediately tackle. Will be about a gain of 2, maybe 3. And that brings up a 3rd and inches, a 3rd and 1 that are backups will need to stop. And as promised, backups in here for the 3rd and 1 as we're going to set up a double A-gap blitz, see if they can get the job done here. Calhoun off the corner will get a hit in on Burrow, forcing an inaccurate pass. And they do get the job done, but they need to make one more play. 4th and inches as they come out heavy set. We'll go for a run down the middle. We're there, but just about a yard or 2 too short. There will be a first down for the Bengals. The only normal starters we still have out there is Hatchett. Everyone else has been subbed out. Hatchett being a rookie, he got to stay out there, finish out this regular season. He's done pretty good. I don't think he's really missed many plays at all. Gonna knock on wood, though. It's a first down here for the Bengals. Plus territory, 42-yard line. That's on the corner blitz is Crutchfield. We try to sit in a couple different windows. Big hit there from Hawkins. T. Higgins does hold on to the pass. And with Jamar Chase leaving the field earlier with an injury, T. Higgins definitely has stepped up to be their number 1 as they go with a quick pass that's picked off Ewing. He's definitely more of a run stopper, but he got the INT today, just has to beat Burrow as he's barely making it down the sidelines into the end zone. He slides in. What a way to end your season, end your regular season. He's got a chance to maybe play a little bit in the playoffs if we destroy some teams, but a great pick 6 there from our lowest rated linebacker. And I'll tell you what, I don't always draft the highest overall linebackers, but they surely play very well. Ewing there, I believe, is like a 60, low 60s overall. He gets the INT. We've seen some of our other guys, again, with low overalls play very well. Hawkins also being one of them, who's in there on the tackle with a few others. as number 7 gets the first down to the 48. And for the most part, the backups, they're really one-sided guys. Most of them run stoppers. I believe Hawkins is a bit more of a pass stopper, pass cover guy, than he is a run stopper. He gets the stop there, though, on the pass. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 4 tight formation here for the Bengals. We're going to bring a bit of the double A-gap look. Not going to bring the blitz. They'll go to the outside, and Grant comes in at strong safety, takes the leg out from under the tight end, bringing up a 3rd and inches. And despite them coming out with 3 receivers, they also have a lineman out at tight end. They go with a quick pass and dropped. Samuels just kind of threw that away. But what I was trying to say is, despite them coming out in a pass formation, we came out in the 46. Works for us there. Going to stay out in that same formation, bring some heavy blitz, and I don't know what that one's going to be counted as. We're flexing. Is it a turnover on downs? Wilcox, did he get the stop? That looks like it. Bo Nails headed out with the offense to help run out the remainder of this clock. Obviously, at the end of the preseason, if you have been watching since then, Howard was given the go-ahead as the number 2 quarterback for us. Bo Nails was put at number 3. We saw Howard play a few weeks ago. Didn't really perform as great as we thought he should have. Nails came in the following week, and he really didn't perform as great again as we thought, but played a little bit better. Didn't really see much of a look in the passing game for him, so we'll bring Bo Nails out this time as well, see what he could do with about 3 minutes remaining. And Nails actually has a bit of an arm. I believe it's an 88 throw power, which is pretty good considering most backups you're going to find are sitting with about 82. Nice completion there, Willie Johnson. Good pass from Bo Nails, found that sweet spot in between the zones. And there is the 2-minute warning. Not much time left here for the Bengals to try to make it at least a little bit closer. On the outside at receiver, we have Leary to the right and Chisholm, the rookie, to the left. Willie Johnson, definitely the best of the guys still out there. We're going to find Leary here, though, who's going to get forward for the first down. A tackle there from number 6 definitely helps him get that. Corey Cook in the backfield right now. We're going to see a bit of Corey Cook, a little bit of Nwangwu. Maybe not a whole lot of Joshua Kelly. Still a little fragile with that ankle injury from a couple games ago. And on 2nd and 5, going to make an adjustment there to have the 2 slants on the left-hand side, 1 slant from Leary on the other side. We're going to find Johnson here, who spun off of him, but then also got immediately stopped there from number 5. And with not much time remaining, we're going to make one last play here. See what we can do. We have an open receiver. That is Lucas. And we're going to tack on a little bit of some extra points at the end here. Not necessarily good sportsmanship, but I wanted to see Bo Nails get a touchdown on the board, and he definitely did. He finds Lucas. Our 4th-year tight end will end the season, regular season, with a touchdown, beating the Bengals by a solid margin. Great team victory. They don't even let us kick the extra point. It normally lets us kick the extra point. And I don't know if you heard that. It was the ice in my water bottle. But great victory here today, ending with a bit of momentum to head on into the postseason. If we take a look at the board, we actually end with the same amount of passing yards, but we have a little bit more than double the rushing yards. 3 takeaways compared to their 1. Takeaways have been huge for this team the entire season, and we'll look to continue that into the playoffs. And with that win, we will wrap out the remainder of this episode, taking a quick look at the season stats and then see who we're going to end up playing in that 2nd round of the playoffs. Team played very well. Had some issues here and there this year. Nick Robinson, one of those guys that had some issues this year. He ends up surpassing 3,000 passing yards, which for a user, not too bad. He does have 37 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, so need to cut down on the interceptions. But completion percentage, 58, is really where his issues came through. Obviously, interception's a bit of an issue, and that is partially the same with the completion percentage. Just accuracy was a little bit of an issue this year. Only sacked 24 times. Not bad. Rushing yards. Dalvin Cook, over 1,000, a little over 1,300, 14 rushing touchdowns, no fumbles. Robinson had 373 yards, so technically the number 2, even in terms of attempts as well, with 4 touchdowns. He did also fumble 6 times, so not great. Sherrod Dyson, a little over 300 for 2 touchdowns, had 1 fumble. And just the rest of the carries kind of spread out pretty evenly, but for the most part, really good. All the backup running backs average 5.3 plus yards a carry. So really good job in the running game. Receiving yards, Sherrod Dyson ends his season with just about 54 yards shy of 1,000. He had 11 touchdowns this season. Justin Jefferson was huge for us about mostly earlier in the season. I would say the first 3 quarters of the season, he was definitely the number 1 guy. And then Sherrod Dyson really took over the last quarter of the season. Jefferson, though, still ends with 10 touchdowns. John Leach played really good for us on the outside. He obviously didn't receive as many targets as he did in previous seasons at that slot spot, but still, he played really well. We had a very reliable receiving corps, 6 touchdowns, 569 yards for him. Flanagan, our tight end, a little over 500, 7 touchdowns. Capers, our rookie, ends only 6 catches, a little shy of 100 yards, but 2 touchdowns. Not too bad considering he wasn't out there much in terms for passing. And Nwangwu also had a touchdown. Dalvin Cook had a touchdown. And Michael Lucas, the last play of the regular season, he ends with a touchdown as well. Blocking-wise, who was the best? Not Brian O'Neill. He gave up 11 sacks, less than 1 a game, though, so not too bad. Bowles gave up 6, so a little less than half a game. Gabe Wilds, our rookie, only allows 2 sacks this year, so really good. Dalton Smith didn't allow a single sack on 712 snaps. And our second-year Wilds, Richard Wilds, didn't allow a single sack but on 708. So technically Dalton Smith was our number 1 lineman for us this year. At least if you look at strictly passing stats. Eric Kendricks led the team in tackles with 101. Alex Brooks I wouldn't really say right behind him, but next up with 86. Tackles for a loss goes to Alex Brooks, though, with 10. Daniil Hunter, 9. Eric Kendricks, 8. Eldra Hilton, 5. Keenan, 4. Same with Henley and Denzel Ward. Then Byron Jones and Hatchett each had 3. And then 2 for Reed Jr., Nicholas Graves, and Michael Pierce. Surprisingly, our 2 DTs didn't get a lot of tackles for loss, but Graves definitely was involved in the passing game, or pass rush for sure. Daniil Hunter ends with 17.5 sacks. Nicholas Graves, second guy with 8.5. Hatchett, rookie, 7. Not too bad, playing on the opposite side of Daniil Hunter. And then Michael Pierce, Larry Ferguson, who was a backup rookie linebacker, didn't play a whole lot. Rashard Calhoun and rookie James Hurst all end with 2 sacks. Alex Brooks, Eldra Hilton, Harvey Keenan, and Terrell Henley all with 1 sack. No one had half of a sack. Interceptions, you know it's going to be Denzel Ward, who had 9. That's more than what I thought. I thought he had like 7. He ends the season with 9. Really good season for him. Keenan Harvey, Eric Kendricks, and DJ Reed end with 4. Terrell Henley had 3. Byron Jones, 2. And then Alex Brooks and Darren Ewing, who in the last game got that pick 6, ends with 1. In terms of forced fumbles, we definitely forced quite a few fumbles this year. 2 for Eldra Hilton, and then 1 for Kendricks, Henley, Jones, Brooks, Hunter, and Graves. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 forced fumbles, and then we recovered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not too bad. Michael Pierce, Harvey Keenan, Denzel Ward, Nicholas Graves, Alex Brooks, and Terrell Henley each recovered a fumble. We had, I don't know if we had any block kicks. We had 1 from Daniil Hunter. I don't believe we had any safeties. We did not have any safeties. I know we had some defensive touchdowns. Denzel Ward with 3. And then Alex Brooks, Keenan Harvey Keenan. I was literally reading it and still switched it. And Darren Ewing, each with 1. Kicking wise, Harrison Butker played very well. He hit 61 of 62 extra points and 14 of 16 field goals. He played very well for us. If you care about punting, Eddie Hernandez, the leg, averaged about 42 yards a punt. So not too bad, considering he really didn't have a lot of space to punt. Most of the time they needed to be a bit short. So really good job there. We kind of split the returns from between Nwangwu and Johnson. Both did really well, averaging, I would say on average, about 25.5 yards a return. Punt return wise, again, split and about 5 yards a return. Punt returns really, you never get much, but a really, really good job from the team. We end up with a solid record, 14-3, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. 15-2. I feel like we lost 3 games, but no, we only lost 2. Not too bad. But now it's time to see who we're going to be playing in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And who could have guessed it but the Carolina Panthers. A team we have faced, I'm pretty sure, in every single postseason that we've had of this series. Christian McCaffrey and the Carolina Panthers will be coming to U.S. Bank Stadium. Let's see how the entire wild card round, though, broke down. Over on the NFC, wild card round, number 2 Cowboys versus number 7 Carolina Panthers. You know the winner. Carolina Panthers won 30-13. Really glad we don't have to play against the Cowboys. If you didn't see the Cowboys game from earlier this season, go check it out. It's hilariously sad. In the middle game here, 3 versus 6. The Packers did manage to get in at number 6. They lose to the 49ers 37-27. 4-5 Falcons versus Giants. And it was the Falcons and Packers that played in that final game. And I said, maybe if the Falcons win, they're in. Well, the Falcons are definitely in. They end up booping. What am I talking to my dog? Knocking the Panthers down to the 7th seed. But Falcons play against the Giants and win 24-17. So we're going to have in the divisional round of the NFC, the 49ers versus the Falcons, which will be the later game, or the Saturday game. And then us, 1 versus 7, the Vikings versus the Carolina Panthers. Over on the AFC, number 2 versus number 7, Ravens, Steelers. Ravens get the victory by 4 points, 31-27. 3 versus 6, Texans versus Bengals. Bengals lose by 2 points, 28-26. I wonder if they had Jamar Chase, if that might have been a victory. Plus their lineman as well that I think was injured. Didn't see an update on that one, though. 4-5, Pats versus Jags. Jags get the victory, 37-31. So in the divisional round of the AFC, 1 versus 5, Chiefs versus Jaguars. 2 versus 3, good game. Ravens versus the Texans. I would like to see Chiefs versus Ravens for the AFC Championship and Vikings versus Falcons. Let's go with the Falcons for the NFC Championship. That would be fun, but we'll find out if that's the case at the end of next episode. So make sure you are sticking around. Hit the subscription button. Tick that bell notification to be notified of when these videos go live. Divisional round will be back tomorrow. So, like I said, make sure you're sticking around. Make sure you're liking the content. We're trying to wrap up the Madden NFL 22 blitz thing that we got going on here to wrap up this series. The state-only, California-only challenge will be wrapping up at the end of this month, and I will be starting to bulk record some new ones for that new state only. Don't know what state that is yet, as I still need to post that poll on Twitter, but would have been posted by the time you're seeing this. So a lot of stuff coming your way. Make sure you're sticking around, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.